Okay, maybe this is the last video. We'll see. Okay, so in the last couple of videos, we initialized a new application with Create React App. And what that meant was that we're no longer looking at HTML pages and importing JavaScript and CSS into the HTML page, but instead we're working with applications, and we're bringing our all of our compiled code, all of our modular code with us. So now that we've got CSS and JavaScript, and that's all bundled for us into our React application. Now, how do you use stuff like GreenSock in this environment? Well, I will show you. So what we're going to do is we're going to use GreenSock with React. So in this component, I want to use a box to change I want to do the same thing I did with the box, modify it a bit. So what I've got here is, actually, no, let's use this one. If we use this one, I've already got some CSS. So right, that'll do. Okay, right. Let's get rid of that one because it's just getting in the way. Bye. So now we've got box. Right. Okay. Now let's have a look at that a minute. Hello, GreenSock. Okay. Oh, let's get rid of that big old thingy. Hang on. JS, this is here. No, is it? Yes. Just my component I want there. There we go. Okay. Right. Now, what happens is people write all of their fancy code. They put it on GitHub, as I explained in the last video, but they also put it on this thing called NPM. NPM, so do you know I said that all of our pieces of code are modules? Well, modules make up packages, which is why this is called a package JSON, because this is a package. But you can publish packages, and so people do all the time using this. And so you can find GreenSock on here. GreenSock, it's called GSAP here, GreenSock, I don't know why. But that is what we would use if we were to try to use GreenSock in our React application. Okay, that's the old way of doing it. Here's the new way of doing it. npm install GSAP. Actually, I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use this, the docs page, because we need something else as well. GSAP and React, because we need a connector. So just like React and React DOM, we need something to connect GreenSock with React as well. Okay, so let's do that. So in our terminal here, npm, can't spell, it is quite late at night, install sap React sap. Okay, when that's done, you will see, oh darn it, React. Oh, okay, so this doesn't work with React 18. That's a pity. Okay. I have to roll back. So React doesn't work with latest versions of React. So I'm going to roll back my versions of React to 16. Is he not going to be very happy with me? Let's see. So now if I run GSAP and React, does that install? No. Okay, so what's happening here? Let me explain it. So this is the fun and games you have with these kind of things. So what happened is that now I've added React and I've rolled it back from 8. It was 18 a minute ago. There it was. There you go. But because I added 16, it's rolled it back to 16. So that will allow us to now install GreenSock. But it hasn't done it because I've got a conflicting peer dependency. So React, so testing library React requires React 18. So I'm not using testing library. I'm not going to go into that yet. So I'm just going to do that. So I'm just going to run npm install just to, yeah, it was okay with that. Right, okay. So it might work this time. Yeah. GSAP and GSAP React. There we are. Cool, and now my application should still work. Let's see. Please work. Ha 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 ha, it worked. Look at that. There we go. All right. Okay, right. Good stuff. Now we can use GreenSock. Let's just do a basic tween. Right, okay, so what we've got to do in my component now is import some more things. So just for tidy's sake, I'm going to import it here. So I'm going to import some things. So what I could do is GSAP like that, and I could then, this is similar to what you saw with React. I could then, when I'm using them, let's see. You wrap it, okay. So you write it like this. So you could say GSAP tween, and that would access all of the stuff inside here. But it's just messy. Why don't we instead, we can do this other new thing called destructure it. So what I'm doing is I'm importing, like here, we're importing everything from React package, everything gets pulled in. But with this, you only pull in what you want. So what I'm putting in is tween. And then I'm giving it some parameters from. Now this is like written in a very funny way, like that. And then you wrap it around it. All these errors, they'll get them all the time. Don't get too put off by them. From right, okay. Now this is like our familiar, what we wrote before, X, comma. You've seen this before, haven't you? Oh, that's a number, so I don't need to put it in a string. Duration 2. I don't know, 2 what? I don't know. No, because that's an equal sign. 2. Oh no, because that doesn't go into that object. That goes here. Like that. Okay, so this okay, so this is an element. Okay, this is our box. This is not an element, but it works quite well because what is happening? Oh, React client. Oh, darn it. It's giving me an error. No. So now that's broken, isn't it? Yeah, we're not going to be happy with that. Okay, something's gone wrong. But for the purpose of this demo, I think that's okay, right? Don't know what's going on there, but you can see the point is that we have added a new dependency here. So we have added GreenSock and React GreenSock to connect GreenSock to React. And we added that using npm install. And by doing that, we pulled it into our code. And if you open this here, there's a lot of stuff in here. Don't get too put off by this. It's actually okay. It's just a lot of packages. Would you believe you're using all of these? You're not, by the way. It's all the stuff that Create React app gets for you. And there are dependencies upon dependencies of dependencies. So if you opened GreenSock, wherever that is, GreenSock, GSAP, there it was, GHI, went straight past it, GSAP. Here, you'll see in here, you've got the source, and it will have a lot of dependencies inside there as well. So you'll have a package JSON inside that, and inside that, it will also have dependencies. So you've got somewhere. So you've got loads of different things in the node modules folder, and that is all other people's, basically node modules is other people's code. It should be called that because it's a lot more sensible. All right, so that's what we did. We pulled that code in and then we were able to use it. So we imported it into our component. Now we didn't import everything. We just imported the tween modifier. So that's a module, a single module, not the whole code base. And then we were able to use it by wrapping our div in this tween thing. And this doesn't actually show up when you render it. This is more instruction. This is JavaScript code. As you see, it's rendering what we did with GreenSock last time. Let's tidy this up because tidying is important and winds me up if it's not tidy. Right. And then that should go over there. Right. So, and it's actually just modifying what's inside the tween, which makes sense, doesn't it? Because you could have another module down here and you can tween that as well. There we are. This is how to build React applications using other people's code, not your own. It saves a lot of work, doesn't it? So you could import loads of stuff. There's whole things like dashboards and charts and animation libraries and loads of things you can do. So go forth and have fun. Have a look on NPM or this other site, which is React Parts. I think I mentioned it to you before. So if you want something, you've just got to check it in there. But the only thing to be careful of is there's lots of stuff. There's lots of stuff. Some of them is quite old, so look for stuff that is either has a lot of stars, a lot of downloads, so so that you know it's safe, because there's stuff that's not safe. Okay, I'm not going to go into that, but just make sure it's got a lot of people using it. React Gmaps. Okay, so there's loads of stuff that you can do with React, and it's a way to build modern applications. I hope that's been useful. That's the last video. I shall see you in due course. I don't know when, but I'll just say that at the end because it sounds good. All right, bye.